Hello and welcome to Wellness in the Schools. My name is Giselle Mondriaga. I joined WITS many years ago as a WITS chef. As a chef, I always had a passion for food, but not only food, but showing people how to cook, telling them about different ingredients and different styles of cooking. I realized pretty early on that when a person understands how to cook and how certain foods affect their body, they become a more empowered person. They can better support themselves, their families, and their communities. And so the reason I joined Wellness in the Schools was because of that shared mission. And not only did Wellness in the Schools have that mission, but they made it accessible, relevant, and fun. And so I really hope that you enjoy your time with us here at Wellness in the Schools. You're going to find the work inspirational. And I can honestly say that the people that you're about to work with are going to be amazing. That's been my experience. They've made me a better chef, a better instructor, an overall better person. Just gear up and, enjoy the work that you're about to do. You're going to be moving oceans drop by drop.
Hi, I'm L'Oreal Clark, Wellness in the Schools lab instructor and culinary educator. Wow, the why of my work, that's a huge question, but I love it. I do this work for many reasons. The most important reason being that I get to capture the attention of children and make them advocates of eating healthier, or at least trying to. Small baby steps to improve eating habits. When I see these children in the hallways in my school communities, the smiles and the high fives that they give me because they learned something new is huge. In fact, the whole community is involved. Everyone kind of gets on this bandwagon of wanting to make healthier food choices. And for me, that is huge. It makes my heart sing. It is my why to continue to educate people that it's okay, to eat foods that some people might think, maybe, no. But yes, we can eat healthier. We can make change with ourselves. We can inspire people with some of our choices. And that's my why. But also, I want to say, my colleagues who stand side by side with me to do this work, my passionate colleagues, my colleagues that are leaders in this health, wellness space, I adore them. They share this mission, this passion with me. And I just feel honored to be with a group of people who continue to make this a priority in our work. That's my why. What's yours?
Hi everybody, I'm Ricardo. I'm a WITS chef, I'm the nutritionist for Wellness in the Schools, and I'm also a program manager for WITS, monitoring the Chefs in the Schools initiatives. I wear quite a few different hats for WITS, but it all really comes down to the why of my work, what really drives me in this mission to teaching kids and school communities healthy habits so that they can both learn and live better. And it really comes down to the fact that I really wish that I was one of those students who was learning healthy habits with WITS. When I was growing up, we didn't even have a cafeteria in my grade school, and there was no real model for healthy eating. I didn't really understand the connection between what I was putting in my body at the time and how it would make me feel later. It wasn't until that actually snuck up on me and I had to deal with health challenges as a growing adolescent that I really started to connect the dots. And so the school communities that we serve are really similar to my own. I was born and raised in the Bronx, and well, for me to be able to give this information back to the Bronx is tremendous for one, but it's something where I know the areas that our schools are in. Wasn't until recently a lot of emphasis on health and wellness, and while the access to healthy food, to nourishing fruits and vegetables is increasing, the knowledge has to come with that as well. And the ability to come into the school and to be able to teach food and nutrition, the culinary arts, and also be engaged with physical activity as well is just something really, really powerful. It's something I wish I had when I was growing up, quite frankly. But it's something that just helps students no matter where they are. Whether you're showing them a new food, whether you're teaching them how to read a nutrition facts label, or whether you're showing them a new game out in the recess yard, you never know what's going to stick with a student and what they'll bring home and share with their loved ones. And on a higher level, being able to manage the Chefs in the Schools initiative is really tremendous for me, to be on the back end of developing scratch-cooked, freshly prepared, plant-forward recipes that trickle down and become part of our curriculum. It's really just seeing the full circle of the work that we do, from the kitchen all the way to the classroom. Well, that's a little bit of the why of my work, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the why of your work during this year at Wellness in the Schools.
Hi, I'm Chef Shawnee, and I have been a WITS chef for 12 years. The reason why I decided to take on this role is because I've always loved to cook. I am a product of the New York City public school system. I grew up in Brooklyn, and I was always interested in our lunches. I always wanted healthier options, especially those days when my mom wasn't able to make us lunch. And now that I have kids of my own, it really hits home. And I just love my job. I love seeing the looks on students' faces when I work alongside them, or I sit down and I have a healthy meal with them, or I'm showing them how to eat healthier and be better. So this is why I chose to work with WITS.
So what drew me to WITS was my passion to work with young people and give back. I was in the military and I wanted to pay it forward because I believed that young people's voices were being misrepresented. So I just wanted to give back. Why at WITS? Well, Wendy Siskin, I managed to find Wendy Siskin when I worked with another non-profit. She found me and convinced me that this would be an amazing place to do my work and give back to young people. Why does it inspire me still? Well, I love working with communities. I love seeing how our work impacts these communities and the smiles on these kids' faces every day. You know, it makes it easy to come to work. So it doesn't feel like work sometimes. And why for WITS? Because we continue to grow. We continue to develop. We continue to learn in this space. And it's just a fun time right now to see how WITS is evolving in the Cook for Kids space and the Coach for Kids space.
Hello, this is Chef Lenore here in Florida. I've been working at WITS for 8 years now, and it literally has changed my life. At the beginning, I was like, well, yeah, this is a program, the schools here, the cafeteria, but little by little, it grows on you, because basically what job can you have that has the possibility of changing somebody's life, like for the good, every day of my life. I wake up and I'm like, oh, it's, I'm not a early wake up. And then I think about it and I'm like, you gotta get up. There might be a kid that because of you, he's not gonna get diabetes. There might be a kid who needs you. There might be a kid who doesn't know what he's eating, and because of what you're gonna say, he's gonna change. There might be a kid that tried carrots today, and if it wasn't for you, he would have never tried carrots. So it's pretty important, it's amazing. It fulfills me every day. I literally had a kid last week who told me, I was talking about the snacks he eats every day, and he looked worried, and then he said, Chef Lenore, you changed my life. And I was like, really? And he said, yes, I can't eat that anymore. What am I going to do with my life now? He was like a 9-year-old. How amazing is that? That made my whole week. And this is pretty important. It's what we're doing in the schools. It's like the most important things. It happens every day there. I love, absolutely, this just fills my heart, fills my soul. And every time I get a hug from somebody at school, that makes it. That's like the thank you for what we're doing.
Hi, I'm Victoria, or Chef Victoria, as I'm called at work. I came into a school in the Bronx this morning to teach. This is only the second time that I have been at the school all year, and a bunch of kids ran up to me and started singing about potatoes. We made roasted potatoes together this week, and a couple of them told me that they were planning on making the recipe with whatever superhero in their family cooks, and they were excited. That's a win. I started with Wellness in the Schools in 2011 as a volunteer. I was an overweight child, and I really just wanted to find a way to become involved in the solution or progress in this obesity epidemic. And all these years later, I'm still here. I'm a lab instructor, and I pop around the city and all different communities and the boroughs, and I teach cooking and nutrition to kids and to the community as a whole. And I can tell you that it matters. You know, we're in crisis in regards to the obesity epidemic, and education has to be part of the solution. And there's not enough education. When I was young, there was no education. And I really I'm doing this job because I want to be the person that I needed when I was younger. And every day that I work, I know that we're getting somewhere, and I know that what we do matters. Sometimes it's little, it's a kid tasting something with trepidation and then lighting up because they find out they like it. Sometimes it's a parent coming to me and being grateful because their child is eating salad because of a class that we had. So what we're doing is working, and what we're doing matters. And I'm so fortunate to be a part of it. And I have to say, I just really love my job.